John Daly drops truth bomb on beef with Tiger Woods. Golf legend John Daly has had a long-time emotional conflict and feud with none other than golf master Tiger Woods. If you're a true golf fan, you must have known it. But once upon a time, the two legends used to be pretty close and shared a relationship like brothers. So what happened that provoked such a feud between them? Or is it possible that there were never any beef between them at all? Stay tuned to find out the truth, as in today's video, we will talk about the fact that John Daly drops a truth bomb on his beef with Tiger Woods. As John Daly very recently talked about it in a podcast, so what did he say? Welcome to 24 Golf. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for your daily dose of golf content. With that being said, let's get started. After defeating the father and son team of Tiger and Charlie Woods at the just concluded 2021 PNC tournament, John Daly and his son, John Daly Jr., are still celebrating. We must confess that the golf icons had a significant obstacle. With that triumph came media attention, which has been all over Daly ever since. In a recent interview on a popular podcast, John Daly even mentioned his rumored dispute with Tiger Woods. It all started with the 2019 PGA Championship. But first, let's review the PNC Championship 2021. At the PNC Championship, Tiger Woods and Charlie Woods were battling it out against Team Daly, John Daly and his son, John Daly Jr., both two enormous guys with supernatural speed. We found ourselves in a difficult situation as golf enthusiasts. Tiger and his mini-me are golf royalty, and Tiger was competing in his first semi-final since a tragic automobile accident that nearly cost him his leg. It is simple to choose one side, but cheering for one side implies cheering against another. For which team were you rooting, Team Tiger or Daly? It would be ideal if Tiger and Charlie won. If John and John's second won, he would not be just little John Daly for an SEC golf team anymore. The Dalys were competing for the sixth time, and this time they won the PNC Championship, surviving 11 consecutive birdies for Team Woods, thanks in part to the original performance of John Daly. Even at 55, Daly is the same man he has always been. No warm-up, back-to-back smokes, Diet Coke to wash it down, and a tremendous golfer. He was happy to point out that despite being a no-show with his putter earlier, he made 7 birdies on his ball following the PNC Challenge. When you combine him with his kid, who is likewise tall but devoid of vices, you have a father-son powerhouse. At the Ritz-Carlton Golf Course, their 27 under 2-day total in the scramble style set a new PNC record. We have to admit that was quite a spectacle. Let's return to the feud between Woods and Daly now. Tiger Woods remarked about John Daly driving a golf cart around the course in 2019. This sparked a flurry of rumors that they were just feuding. After Team Daly's victory, the two-time major winner joined Bob Menery on a popular podcast. Of course, Tiger Woods came up in conversation. Then he made it evident that everything between him and the Woods is about love. Menery did, however, bring up the memory of Tiger making a snarky remark during the 2018 PGA Championship. When Woods was questioned about Daly riding in a cart that week at Bethpage Black, he replied, "As far as JD taking a cart, well, I walked with a broken leg." Of course, Wood was alluding to his 2008 US Open victory, in which he defeated Rocket Media and won an 18-hole playoff on practically one leg. Daly recounted the situation with Woods during an appearance on the program. Daly couldn't hold Woods responsible for his remarks since he didn't know the complete situation. He didn't know the facts because the media didn't tell him that I had diabetes and that I had 2 terrible knees and hips out and all that, Daly explained. At supper the other night, he apologized to me. "I mean, he's fine. I adore Tiger," Daly continued. Daly, who has arthritis in his right knee, used the Americans with Disabilities Act to qualify for a card. Another reason he'll use the card in competition is that he has diabetes. He expressed his want for Woods to have all of the information before commenting on the situation. "It could have been a different comment," Daly told USA Today Sports, as well as the Golf Channel when they bashed me pretty good and a few others who criticized. However, Daly showed no resentment towards Woods, who famously won the 2008 US Open with a stress fracture in his left tibia and a partially torn ACL in his left knee. Certainly not. Before talking about Woods' past knee issues, Daly added, "He's the finest golfer I've ever played with or seen. I'd like to take a walk. It's something I've done for years. Riding is, in my opinion, a disadvantage. I just can't," Daly said. He was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, which has impacted his way of life. Daly doesn't have a snack every day. During competitive rounds, he was formerly known for eating junks and sipping Diet Coke. He added, "I've cut back on everything except smoking cigarettes." He gets a diabetic shot every morning and takes blood pressure medicine, but he still has dizzy episodes. Growing old sucks, Daly remarked, adding that he had shed 25 pounds since November, which isn't enough but is a start. Daly also stated that his liver is not in good shape, but that it may recover. Daly claims that his liver issues are caused by his long-term usage of over-the-counter pain medicines, not booze. "I was never a daily drinker, especially today," he explained. "I might have a couple of drinks, but not how I'm portrayed." When it comes to drinking, Tiger Woods once turned down Daly's offer of alcohol. It's an old story, and John Daly has no qualms about repeating it. For the 2004 Target World Challenge, we are calling it the Cherished Classic. Daly described how he was approached to get Tiger Woods to drink. "Tiger was heading out and I said, 'Tiger, come to have a drink with us.' Daly explained in a recent interview, 'No, I'm going to whack a few balls,' he says, dressed in pants. 3 hours later, Woods reappeared, but he turned down Daly's offer once more. He comes back. 'What the heck are you doing now?' he asked, dressed in his workout shorts. 'Come join us for a drink.' 'Well, I'm going to work out,' he said. 'Come have a drink with us,' I offered. 'Seriously, you've already been out for 9 hours. I've been drinking since 9 o'clock. At the very least, have one with us.' 'No, Daly,' he says. 'I'd be doing exactly what you are doing if I had your skill,' Daly added. The next day, they were matched together, and his alcohol consumption did not hinder Daly's abilities. The next day, he came there and beat his ass. Daly recalls of Woods. 'But I did. You know what? I might have to start drinking,' he says, after I shot 65 on them. During the podcast, Daly was asked if playing around Tiger Woods, a 15-time major champion, is daunting during the podcast. 'I admire Tiger Woods, but he doesn't frighten me,' Daly remarked. 'I like him.' He said that he was one of the few players that contacted Woods after his awful car accident in February during their conversation at the PNC Championship. 'I was the first one to say, hey man, get healthy and do good.'
When he had that wreck, I was the first one to say, hey man, get better and do good. He says, man, thank you so much for the text. It means a lot to me. And that meant a lot.
He explained. 'Thank you so much for the texts,' he remarked at that meal while I was at Santa Claus. 'It means a great deal to me.' That meant a great deal to me. Daly does not have a problem with trees. On the show, he talked favorably about the 15-time major winner. Daly recently stated on Fox and Friends that he expects Wood will surpass Jack Nicklaus' record of 18 major titles. 'He looks amazing,' Daly told TMZ Sports. 'A bit fatigued, but he still looks great, and he'll return. It's clear in his eyes. He'll most likely break Jack Nicklaus' record and become the best golfer of all time.' Well, beef will come and go, but this link will always be there, right? What do you think? Is there any beef between them, or is it just rumors spread by the media? Let us know what you think in the comments. Having said that, it concludes today's video, and if you enjoyed our content today, I'd ask you to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more golf-related latest news to come. Also press the bell icon to stay updated with our activities. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.